Welcome back to our kitchen. So for today's video, I thought I could bring you two really easy weeknight meals. These are both using ground beef, so they're gonna be quick and simple, but have tons and tons of flavor. Now for this first one, we're gonna make a really simple Philly cheesesteak pasta, which sounds so good. You only have to do a little bit of prep work. So I've got a green bell pepper here, I've got some onion, and I've also got some mushrooms, and I'm gonna cut all of these into bite size, and we'll go ahead and start sweating these out. Go ahead and get my pot of water on for our noodles. If you're making this, I would take a rotini pasta. We have this one, which I got from Trader Joe's. I can't remember exactly what this is called, but something that has like curves and crevices so like all the yummy cheese sauce can get in these noodles. So since this is what we have on hand, this is what I'm gonna use.
I was thinking about it, and I don't think that like you want to use penne or something like that, because those have the tubes down the middle, you know?
Yeah.
And all of this, you want to just grab onto the exterior of the noodle.
But do y'all see this? Oh my gosh, I am so excited. So we're gonna actually make our pasta dish in my new Carway Rondo. I just figured out that's what this is actually called. You know how I used to say this is like a brazier?
Yeah.
It's called a Rondo.
So the Rondo is the technical name for it, but they're used for a lot of times like braising stuff because they have the taller edges.
Yes.
And they
I learned something new.
Yeah, they basically make it easier and cleaner, and they have a little bit larger space for like holding more liquid and stuff.
Right, and the color of this, oh my gosh, I love it. So anyway, huge thank you to Carway for sponsoring today's video. I cannot wait to show you all of my new things that I picked up. You can place them behind me, but they are beautiful and amazing, and I'm just so excited to like keep building my Carway repertoire. Is that the right word?
Collection.
So I'm gonna add just a little bit of oil down at the bottom, and I gotta tell y'all update on like the electric stove situation. I will say, I guess it's this power boil thing. It really does boil water really fast.
It seems to do it a whole lot quicker than our gas one did, but I'm still not fully decided on which one I like more, although I do like this more than I thought I was going to.
Me too, and I like that I can easily clean it without having to like pull all the grates off and stuff.
Yeah, that is a big positive.
If you guys have great cleaning tips of how to like get that stovetop looking like glass again, like it's never been touched, tell us in the comments.
I've seen before, I think one of the most effective things for getting the stuck on food, and y'all let me know, is baking soda and vinegar.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I've also seen, I think, the pink stuff.
Oh.
Say the pink stuff works really good.
Also, I almost forgot, you're supposed to put minced garlic in here, but I don't know how.
A lot of our refrigerator staples are actually still in our refrigerator down in South Carolina. We're gonna be retrieving those shortly, but
in the meantime, we're making do.
In the meantime, we're gonna make do. But I think garlic powder, like if you have just garlic powder anyway,
works fine.
That'll still give you that wonderful flavor that you're looking for.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do to kind of like compromise, once I put our ground beef in there, I'm gonna season it with some of the blend. So there's salt, pepper, and then garlic in there. And then we'll also season it with a little bit of smoked paprika. You can also just use regular paprika, and then some chili powder. Okay, I got my water boiling. We'll season up with a little bit of salt, and then add in our pasta. So now that our veggies have split out a little bit, Bonnie kind of made me a little nest in here, and you're just gonna add your ground beef right on in. So just season this up, and then we'll let it cook down the rest of the way with these veggies. Now for this next part, we're gonna add in all the stuff that's gonna make this rich and creamy and cheesy and delicious. You can definitely do this like lower calorie if you want to. Instead of using sour cream, you could use Greek yogurt. If you have like a fat-free or lower calorie cream cheese, you can add that in. So there are definitely ways to kind of like make this a little healthier. So now this is all kind of cooked down, I'm gonna add in kind of like a quarter of the block of cream cheese. And then I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons of sour cream and just start kind of like stirring that around and get this cream cheese to kind of melt and coat everything. Now I happen to have just a little bit of this sharp white cheddar cheese left in this bag, so I'm gonna use the rest of this up. I kind of love a sharp white cheddar on my Philly cheesesteak. And I'm also gonna add in a big handful of shredded mozzarella. Does this not look so good?
This is one of those meals that speaks to my heart. Like,
it looks amazing.
I love a good Philly cheesesteak, and then this version, give me the option of some pasta with it.
Golly, this smells so good too. Pasta is done. We're gonna go ahead and drain that. I did reserve some pasta water so that we can kind of like marry everything together once we get our pasta in here. Oh my goodness. So like we were saying, you want these noodles to kind of grab hold of all that cheesy amazingness. So just give this a really good toss, and then we'll add in a little bit of pasta water, kind of thin everything else out. And I will say too, if you want to use like a leaner ground beef so there's, you know, less grease, I think that would be a really good idea. Just a little splash. I'm just going to top it off with a little bit more fresh mozzarella. How incredible does that look?
Beyond.
Oh my goodness.
That smells like a Philly cheesesteak in a bowl.
It just looks incredible.
Green pepper, onion, mushrooms, all the ground beef. My gosh, bomb.
It's so good. As I'm just sitting here though, I'm like, why did I not add in a dash of Worcestershire? I wish I would have, because I think it would give it just a little bit of depth.
It may have, but this
Don't even need it?
is delicious.
Oh, okay, good.
The mushrooms give a nice variation of the texture, and then the green pepper and onions are just almost like disappearing in there.
Yeah.
But you know they're there. The right amount of cheese, and the pasta replaces the bread.
It's so good. I was telling Bunky too, I thought about doing like an au jus gravy packet and just putting a little sprinkle of that in there, because I think that flavor will be insane. I think there's lots of ways you can kind of like do this.
I would recommend doing this just as we did just now, because it is good.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It was so simple, like less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You cannot have a bite of that, silly girl. She's like, yeah, but I can have a bite of cheese. She about took my hand off. Okay, I am so excited to show you guys all of my new cookware from Carway. But first I have to tell you, so whenever we packed up to move from Merle's to this house, I put all of my Carway in its own box. I did not want anyone to touch my Carway except for me. I'm like, this is so precious to me. You guys know we use this cookware every single day. It is my biggest staple in my kitchen. You already know my love for all things Carway. They are the best pots and pans I have ever had. They are ceramic, they are non-toxic, they are non-stick. And I just have to show you guys, this is my like original set. I've had this for over a year now. I use this particular pan every single day, if not sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, and it still looks like the same as the day that I got it. I love the quality and just how well these hold up, which made me all the more excited to try out this new line. And I wanted to get a fun new color. This comes in a variety of colors, but I just love kind of this like terracotta, almost like peach color. And we all know one of the best things about Carway is their storage solutions, and this new line is no different. Just like the original, you have the most amazing way to store this so it takes up less space in your cabinets. And you're gonna get the petite cooker, you're gonna get the stock pot, the rondu, which I just used to make our pasta, and then also a stir fry pan. And here's what I love about this line. When I think about each of these cooking vessels, it reminds me of one dish dinners. I feel like each of them are just great for that easy weeknight dinner. A stir fry, all made in that one pan. The rondu, like I just used, I even could have made my pasta in there and only dirtied up one dish. The stock pot, you're probably gonna make like a stew, a roast, a soup. So it's like I can just think of all of these really easy weeknight dinner recipes using this cookware. We're gonna make a really yummy stir fry mix, so I can't wait to use this. And then I've never had a big stock pot, so I cannot wait to use this. I wanna make like our own chicken broths and beef broths and roast and all the things. So I feel like by having this, it's gonna help me have more like creativity in the kitchen and help me to learn how to do new things. And And let me just say this too, it is really important to us to have like non-toxic pots and pans. I don't want like all of those chemicals and things leaking into my food while it's cooking. And so I just have such peace of mind whenever I use my Carway. And then also the fact that it is so non-stick, like this ceramic coating, I'm telling y'all, food just like slides right off of it, which makes cleaning the dishes so much easier. So like I said, I've had their regular cookware line for well over a year. I love it. It is a game changer if you are just getting into cooking, if you want to update your pots and pans, if you have a smaller kitchen, highly recommend. But then if you have a larger family or you really want to like chef it up in your kitchen, I highly recommend the Cookware Plus. It is amazing. You're gonna love it. And I have a discount code for you guys. So if you use O'Donohue 10, that's gonna get you 10% off site-wide, which is better than any other deal they're running currently. So be sure you head down to my description box and check that out. Okay, now for this next recipe, like I told you guys, we're gonna make a really yummy stir fry. I actually realized that I did not have any sesame oil, which you have to have for this. So Bunky was so sweet and ran to the grocery store. He also got us some garlic, so now we're not without. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep our garlic, our onion, broccoli, and all of that good stuff. And by the way, I'm making both of these today because my family is coming over tonight. We're gonna do like a family dinner night. And so I'm making both recipes so everyone can choose kind of which one they want. Now I am gonna leave the onions a little bit bigger in this recipe because I want to also enjoy it, so I'll pick them out. But you know, you can cut them up as little or as large as you want. So to my stir fry pan, I'm gonna go ahead and add my ground beef. And then while that's cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and get our sauce made that we're gonna use over top of it. And y'all, this is like all my favorite flavors. So I'm gonna start with about 1/3 cup of brown sugar. You know me, I'm just totally eyeballing it. And then I'm also gonna do 1/3 cup of low sodium soy sauce.
I don't know if you know this, Bunky.
What?
But there are measurements available on the side of that there little jar.
I know.
But I'll just stay over here and cook this ground beef up for us, okay?
Okay. And as y'all know, these are two of my very favorite flavors. So we're gonna add some sesame oil and then also some rice vinegar, which, oh my gosh, this flavor right here is amazing. I can already smell like the nuttiness of the sesame oil. This little concoction smells incredible. And then to this, we're gonna add some ground ginger. For some heat, a few crushed red pepper flakes. Then just stir this up and set it aside. Now, y'all also know I'm a big Kinder's fan and I love their Japanese barbecue sauce and seasoning. So I was thinking, since this has lots of these flavors in there, I'm gonna season up my meat with just a little bit of this. And then while our meat kind of finishes up, I'm gonna go ahead and add our onions and let those sweat out with our beef, so it gives it even more flavor in there. Now I know this isn't like Japanese food, but one of our favorite like fast food Japanese restaurants is back at home. And so last week we were here, we were like, oh, we get to get sake again. And so we went there for dinner one night and it was delicious. But every time I leave like eating at a Japanese restaurant or something, I always feel so bad because it's just like so heavy, you know? And so I really love getting to like make those kinds of dishes at home where I can control the ingredients and how much butter and oil and soy sauce and salt and all that stuff is in there, because I always end up feeling so much better when I make it homemade, but I still get like all those yummy flavors that I love. Now the one ingredient that we forgot for this stir fry is red bell pepper, but if you have it or want to use it, add that in. Well, he's gonna throw in my minced garlic, and then I'm gonna add in big handfuls of like matchstick carrots. And the carrots is kind of my favorite part because I love how it gives it that little crunch and sweetness. So I'm gonna add in quite a few.
They're little treasures in there.
They are. And then you'll also add in some broccoli. I'm gonna cut some of these in half.
We'll give them a little pepperoo real quick.
I want mine to be a little bit more bite-sized. Lucky said they didn't have any like...
There were no broccoli crowns available, so I had to get the bag stuff.
I also love the stir fry because it's so pretty and so colorful. Now, last thing we do is just add our sauce right on top. Like y'all, this is the simplest dinner, and you can eat it by itself or serve it over rice. I think we're gonna have some rice with ours.
I mean, if we're stir frying, should we go for the full-blown stir fry?
You think you can do it?
I think I can do it. Hey, I had some practice the other day. I flipped that egg
You
for
did.
the omelet.
Monkey made me like the most amazing like omelet. Okay.
Oh, a little saucy still.
I'm impressed with these skills. Okay, just let that broccoli get like a little bit tender and everything kind of come together. And then this is done. And it literally took us like less than 15 minutes.
I love how that broccoli is just greening up for us.
I know.
Beautiful color.
I feel like all good stir fries need a little sesame seed on top. My family should be here soon, so I'm gonna go ahead and make my little bowl. So I just have some rice down here, and then to mine, I'm gonna do just a little sprinkle of soy sauce.
Ooh,
Never have too much, okay?
That was just a dash.
A dash, and because I love sesame oil so much, I'm just gonna do a little sesame oil. I'll kind of mix that up a little bit. And then look at how beautiful this is. All that sauce is down there.
Mm-hmm.
The broccoli got so tender and bright green. Oh my gosh, that just looks incredible.
Right into the bowl.
You know what? I'm a bowl loving girl. Like, I love eating things in bowl form.
Yes, you do. Everything, always in a bowl.
I do.
Those bowls that we have that are like the really wide
Yes.
bowls, perfect for this.
They're still in Merle's. There's an onion. I'm taking it out.
Oh.
Isn't that so pretty? And if you want to, you can add some like green scallions on top. And that is like the most yummy, delicious weeknight recipe.
Yes, it is. Super fast.
Okay, I got a little carrot, a little broccoli, meat, rice.
Hold the phone.
Y'all, music is playing in my head and I am dancing because this is my jam.
Yes. Oh, look at you.
Dad joke of the day, I did it.
I like that. You filled in for me on the comedy today.
Y'all, it's delicious. It has so much flavor. It's not overly sweet. It's not overly salty. It's like so well balanced. That little tiny bit of heat from the red pepper flakes, but not very much. And then all of those veggies just give like a nice crunch and freshness. I love it over the rice. You could also serve this like over ramen, however you want to do it.
Ooh, now we're talking.
But it's truly one of the easiest, best meals. And I'm telling you, making it in that Carway stir fry just like makes it even easier. And now we'll have easy cleanup because it just will wipe right out. So
These are like two of my favorite things in the same day. I'm a lucky guy.
you are eating good today.
Just like you said, the broccoli's still good and crispy. The carrots are a little softened, a little sweet. That whole sauce conglomeration, absolutely delicious.
Anyway, I'll have both of these recipes linked down below. You guys are gonna love them. Definitely try them. Tell me what you think. I love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us today. If you're new, we'd love for you to join our family, so be sure you subscribe before you leave. Don't forget to check out Carway down below. Give this one a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.